Today I'm drawing Goku from Dragon Ball Z in my sketchbook. I've been practicing anime drawing every day to improve my anatomy process and line work. Goku is a great character to study because his design has strong shapes and very recognizable features. So in this video, I'm gonna walk through the sketch process while I'm drawing him. I always begin by sketching the basic head shape. Establishing the head structure first helps keep the proportions balanced. After drawing the outline of the head, I place the eye line across the face to guide where the eyes will go. This helps make sure the face stays symmetrical. Next, I work on the eyes and the eyebrows. Goku usually has a determined or serious expression, so I angle the eyes slightly and add strong eyebrows to capture that look. Once the eyes are in the right place, the rest of the face becomes much easier to draw. Also, regarding Goku, working on Goku's iconic hair, instead of drawing random spikes, I imagine the hair growing outward from the skull. I draw larger spikes first and then add smaller ones to complete the shape. This keeps the hair balanced and recognizable. And then next, moving down to the body. Goku has very broad shoulders and a powerful upper body, so I emphasize those shapes in the sketch. Or another way I could put it is I take that into account when it comes to proportions. But proportion, I may have explained this in another video, but proportions is obviously, you could explain it many different ways. You can even talk about perspective, like, and perspective as in, like, let's say you draw a dot on the paper and that's the point of reference, and then you draw everything and how it would, relate to how you would visually see it. If you were looking at that thing with with that point behind it, or like, where's the sun? And let's say you're standing somewhere and looking past the thing towards where the sun is. What do all the angles look like? What does all the shading look like? So that's like more perspective, but still it has to take into account, the proportions of everything, because it's not flat. So there's 3D proportions to take into account, obviously, and then, but this is not shaded, so that's not as much a thing. But there's also um just even the flat stuff, like, oh, like when I'm drawing Goku's gi, and let's say I'm using a reference, I'm looking at where does this fold take place and where is it in relation to where I drew his nearest pectoral muscles, and then the pectoral muscles, where are they in relation to like the neck musculature, and where I'd put the shading on the neck musculature. And this is not shaded, so I draw lines to show where the shading would have went in lighter lines, darkening the outer lines, or the lines that separate where significant muscle mass or clothing articles. Each clothing article, his hair, his chin, his outer neck. There's more toned neck muscles, and then there's less toned ones, which could have less darkening, and then shadows would have less darkening as well. Um, but the actual, neck needs to darkening because I'm not shading, and then you have to know where everything is, right? But yeah, where's everything in relation to something else? If I've already drawn another part and I'm starting to draw this next part, I'm looking at where that line where I drew that muscle insertion or the bicep, where is that in relation to the to his sleeve, or the design on his gi, or like where this fold is on his gi, and puzzle piecing all that together so that the it's actually aligned. One thing I found is when you improve at art quickly, if you have a method to do that, proportions you can be better at drawing, but proportions can be off for some reason. There's probably you trying to adapt drawing better than what you're used to, and but not having drawn at that level consistently yet. So, or you'll find that if you take days off, your proportions can be off. And I'm doing it in pen, so I don't erase. So I'd have to obviously pay attention to that stuff because I can't just redo it. But yeah, what I'll say is, yeah, that's my sketch of Goku from Dragon Ball Z. I'm continuing to practice anime drawing every day so I can improve my anatomy and line work. Let me know which anime character I should draw next, and thank you so much for watching. His final touch ups, darkening the stuff that I said I would usually darken.